home, but I'm never caught in the mix. You really home, handle them demons alone, cause all of them niggas jump ship, that crew still sailing. No can't tone, no web, can't tone, no those I know, no feelings, really shit, I can't even.
I'm Grace from Disgraced Weekly. I'm here with LesTheGenius and DJ Ricardo. Thank you guys for coming out and allowing me to interview.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
We also have a co-host here. You can't see her right now. Come here.
Camera shy.
This is Peanut. She's a bit quiet, but she listens. I wanted to start out with a question that's not related to music. Would you rather, as a job, hunt pythons in the Everglades or have to catch spiders in Australia?
I'd say spiders in Australia, just because like the weather is better, and I mean, like their spiders are very big. I've been seeing like the little tweets go around.
They got some crazy spiders.
Yeah, but that make it a little bit easier. They're at least not bigger than us. Well, some of them. So I'll go with the spiders.
What about you?
See, my thing is like I feel like the pythons would like just eat me up. Like you would never hear from me again. Like, I'm inside.
Out in the Everglades.
Yeah, so I think with spiders I at least have a chance. Maybe like they bite me when I'm sleeping or something.
Maybe you have like the anti-venom for spiders.
Yeah, like I just might have more luck. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think I would do spiders as well because also Australia. I want to go there.
Yeah.
One of my friends was just there like a week or two ago for a wedding, and it looked beautiful. And then my cousin, that I don't talk to him really, but not for any reason, it's just like, kind of distant cousin. But yeah, he just ended up in Australia, and he's like seeing all the different animals and, snakes and everything, because I remember as a kid, he was like so like interested in animals, and like we used to go and catch lizards, and he'd know everything.
You were like ugly god.
Does he know about kangaroos?
Huh?
Does he know about kangaroos?
I don't know. I don't think he's seen any yet. I've been stalking his Facebook for like the pictures. Like he saw some cool birds and definitely snakes, but I don't know if he's seen like a wild kangaroo. And they're crazy.
I heard they were aggressive.
Yeah,
and they're like built. So.
Do you think you could take on a kangaroo?
I don't think so. Have you seen the videos? Like they try to punch you. They try to kick you. They'll grab, like if you grab their hands, they'll jump up and kick you.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think I could do it. Like no, like kangaroo jack or anything.
You need Peanut's help. That's the thing.
Yeah, maybe she'll get him. She does. She doesn't like dogs really, so she does like a warning growl sometimes. So maybe she'd scare away kangaroos with that. I'm not sure. So I'm curious, Les, what makes you more nervous, performing at shows or doing the videos where you approach random people and ask them to listen to your music?
I'd say neither of them kind of make me nervous, but if I would have had to choose, I would say the campus videos. Because the campus videos are funny because performing and being at shows is usually like, especially now with all the stuff that we do at Rollywood and like our image, is usually people that already know us or are receptive to the music or like our crowd. Like it always makes sense. Approaching people on campus, we're approaching people from all different types of walks of life that may not even like rap music, So it's more interesting because most of them also don't know who I am from a can of paint either. So it's just like they don't know anything. It's their first listen. It's their first genuine reaction. It could be good. It could be bad. It could spiral into something amazing. And it's always like, we're just seeing it in real time. So it's always fun to see how, people react to music.
Yeah, and watching those videos, you can always see in their face when they realize, oh, he's not bad. They think at first, funny. Like, who is this guy? Like, this is going to be trash.
Every time. There's been times where some people, they say they don't want to be on camera because we always ask, like, hey, we just want to play this new song. You can listen to it and not be on camera if you want to. So sometimes they listen to it and be like, damn, I wish you recorded my reaction. Like, I just thought you were going to be trash. I'm not going to lie to you. But, like, this is really amazing. And then they get the music after. So
have you ever had, like, a bad response or somebody be, like, rude?
I never really had a bad response as far as, like, rating. Like, I think all of our ratings has always been 7 or higher. Like, even people who don't frequent with rap music, they seem to be receptive to the sound. I did have, like, one campus video where it was, like, I was playing my song Roses. And this girl was like, she said like, your line, like she was dissecting my lines in a way that was like not what I meant to say, or like I don't think what the song portrayed. Like off of the 30 seconds, she was just like, yeah, I think if your approach is like somebody that's fiending for love and like a lost kid that needs to be a man. Like she was just attacking like my whole entire character.
It was like 9 minutes long, 9-minute clip. I still haven't edited it.
Yeah, we haven't even edited it. I can't wait to post that one. But it was just like she just kept going into my character the whole entire time, and then she was just like, yeah. Listen to some other music, and that was interesting. But other than that, I've never had a situation where it's like crazy or anything. Most people really just love the sound that we're putting out there. So.
Yeah, yeah. It's I think it's funny too because we kind of grow in as a pack. Like whether it's like I'm behind the camera, we'll get like one more homie to like help us pass out like the flowers and the candy. It's funny because it's like it really only works if like Les or like one of the homies like asks if I go up and ask, they think like I'm trying to get them to listen to my song, and then it's like nah, bro, like I'm not.
What if you were good though?
They're just more willing to take the chance on him.
Yeah.
And I think that's the cool part, right? Is like he just has automatically that kind of persona.
Yeah, people have told me that I should go out, like, let's say, like, on Glenwood and interview people randomly, but I can't do it. Like, I can't grab somebody. I can't take the, like, rejection.
Glenwood is just crazy.
Yeah, you get some crazy people out there.
Yeah. No, Glenwood. No, dude.
Because you DJ on Glenwood.
Yeah, literally 2 weeks ago, I caught a hot dog through my window on Glenwood after the gig. Yeah, just flying through. We stopped the car and nobody stopped. Nobody made a peep or anything. So, yeah, I'm scared of Glenwood now.
Yeah, it's a mess out there. I haven't been there probably in like a month or two. It's just, I went through a little phase of going out there. But, yeah, it's just a lot. You have to be, like, pretty drunk to be out there.
Were there any places that you liked the most while you were out there?
I like the Avenue. Have you guys been there? It's, like, on the other end of Glenwood. And it's, like, there's like an outdoor and like little indoor
right
space.
There by the hotel.
I think so. It's right on that like corner. Yeah, it's like really, it's a chill like vibe over there.
Yeah, R.I.P. to the old Snoopies, right? That's what it was.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was over there. And I really liked the Village, but they closed that down last year due to like some
crazy shit.
Someone was like, I remember we were like talking to somebody, like a bartender or something. He was like, "Yeah, it was political." Like he was like so upset about it.
Yeah, but
they're out to get us. So yeah, I don't know what happened there. I think they didn't have like the correct licensing or like something.
They got caught lacking.
Yeah, it was a busy place. So I saw you, probably both of you, perform at Transfer Food Hall earlier this year. I don't remember what month that was because time's just been flying.
Yeah.
But I loved that show. I had a lot of fun there.
Yeah, that was.
Was it Rollywood?
That's Rollywood Fest.
Yeah.
That was March. That was. Yeah, it does feel like a long time ago. It really does. We've been doing a lot of work since then, but that was like kind of like the first kind of full swing at things, and it was like a great one. So
yeah, especially like with planning the festival, getting in there and like all the decorations, like even like the branches and everything, like the decor was like real branches and everything.
Sorry.
No, that's perfectly fine. So yeah, just like just being out there, it was amazing. It was cool that all the homies were able to come out and perform. Like amazing time.
So the show was done through like Rollywood Company.
Mm-hmm.
What all do you do through that?
Everything. So Rollywood kind of is like the combination of like everything that we do, from music to live events to curation to writing. So we like to like just do the whole nine. With Rollywood Fest, that was our first year putting together a festival, and starting from scratch, getting like all of the homies. So like the whole artist list was like friends that helped us get to where we are now. And then even like for DJing, like Ricky DJ'd everybody sets from like start to finish and also an intermission. So it was dope to have that experience. Everything just felt natural because, those are all friends that like we talk on a daily basis. So it was cool to have everybody out there and to sell out a show without having to go for a big headliner or somebody else. Like, we didn't even worry about who we were putting on the list. It was just, the homie, you're here. All right, let's make this special. So it was real fun.
What is the overall goal or mission?
It's like just kind of connecting dots. I think we just love to introduce like the music scene as being like artists and being creatives, but we love to just connect the dots in the community. Any way to uplift Raleigh and continue to connect people from artists to creatives to people who do food, because all of that is art and creatives in the same way. So it's telling that story through a different lens. It's like the homie Owie would say, is like as an artist, your job is to tell the story in all the different mediums that people understand. Like we speak very frequently with music, but some other people are not as fluent. They might be better when it comes to art or visual. So whatever grabs people along to the mission, we try to cover all grounds, make sure everybody feels involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think also like, especially with whether it's like a performance show or it's like some type of like artist event, it's all about like providing an experience that you don't really get from anywhere else, where it continues on through, whether it's like one day it's like you're in the bathroom and you'll feel like you're still in that world, you know, and like that's how I want it to be. Is I want you to enter a world when you're coming to a Raleighwood event, and when you leave it, you want to miss it and you want to be back there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
who are your favorite Raleigh artists?
Mm.
You guys can name as many as you want.
Damn. Okay, so I guess let's just start going. I'm gonna name all the homies. Shout out to in Raleigh, I count like Winston. I'm gonna count Charlotte. I'm gonna count all the
Okay.
homies. I'm just gonna say Carolina.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd
North
say-
Carolina.
Sonny Miles, Ace Henderson, shout out Ruben Vincent, Joey Zen.
Joey Sen.
Help me out.
So for me, like off rip is Cloudy Nueve. Is like that was my number one.
Rest in peace, Cloud.
That's my number one. Trent the Hooligan.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks to Zach Kokas, Cam Kokas. Dude, why is it so hard right now?
Shout out to homie Deep.
Yeah, shout out to Deep.
Shout out Pat.
Shout out to all the West End boys, all the Biking with Francis homies.
Yeah.
Those are the world's best dads, if you didn't know that.
Yeah, there's so many. Shout out Brooklyn Rose.
Yeah, shout out Brooklyn.
Shout out
Rose.
Sianka. Shout out some more girls. Flower and Bloom as well.
Shout out Chico.
Shout out Chico. I think we'll stop there. Because
Yeah, we're just gonna keep going.
Go
I'm sorry,
the rest
guys.
of the interview. No, I love that though. There is so much talent here in North Carolina, and I like
For
that
sure.
you guys are, bringing it together.
Mm-hmm.
So today is the last day for the fair, the NC State Fair. Have you guys gone?
Not this year.
So I've been working it a little bit, just like 3 days out of the week. I worked like the parking from like 5 to midnight after like my normal job. So like I just witnessed like what happens when people go in and come out. And so you see like some couples come in like really happy and leave really
And then-
mad.
yeah. Because it's probably like you have to be with like a good like vibey people like going into there, because you can't be with somebody that's going to complain the whole time about walking, about
Crowded.
people, about
Weather.
all of this and that, because then you're not going to have fun, because it is crowded, the parking sucks, like you are going to be walking.
And it's always been like that. Like
Mhm.
I've lived here like my whole life. I've gone since I was a kid. Like the state fair is always gonna be popping.
Yeah.
Do you guys like the rides, food? What is your favorite part?
I'm sad. I'm gonna miss my like some country ham biscuits that they got over there at the Rotary Club. That's always, and the corn. Yeah.
There's always been like turkey legs for me and my family. Like just being out there. I think also going with friends, like, as we were younger and like in high school. So just being outside, like getting a chance to hang out with everybody and just have like a million cool things to do without having to put in too much effort. So I love like the community around the fair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Well, I'm a fan of rides in general. I'm not a big fan of fair rides, especially getting older. Like, they're very sketchy. Like, something might happen, but they are fun. I like them.
I'll go on it if like we're all kind of go on it. If not,
Mhm.
like the bumper cars are cool.
Yeah,
Honestly, at a
those are
certain
fun.
point, the fair rides didn't fit me anymore. So that was the issue I
Mhm.
ran into. So
I like the one where you're on the wall and it goes in a little vortex.
Oh, yeah, so you get stuck.
You feel like you can't move at all.
I love that one.
So, Les, you dropped Chasing the Sun recently. Is that, I never know, is that an album or EP?
It's an EP. It's going to be like one side to a two-sided EP. So it's like we had Chasing the Sun, and then next Dodging the Moon will follow it shortly. So yeah, I classify it as an EP because it's just like, still a short collection of songs, around 7 to 8. And then it's kind of like a continuous story. it kind of stems from like kind of like the sun and the moon that we kind of had in like my first EP, which was Forever in a Day, featuring like all the homies up there, which was dope. But it's kind of like that same theme just kind of continued. So that's why I'd rather keep it as like an EP series separate from the project.
So the first song, Chasing the Sun, you mentioned, it's like about, following something, you feel like you're getting closer, but never actually like reaching it. How does that relate to your journey in life?
I feel like it relates to the journey because you kind of think that there's like this goal. I think like a lot of artists kind of fall victim to it as well. You think like there's this goal that will come that will get you happy, or will be like, okay, cool, we're done. But it's like every time you reach that milestone, the world opens up so much more to us, and then we know even more. So it's like I would like equate it to like climbing like a mountain. And like, that false sense of like when you're going up a steep route, you might think you're at the top, and then as soon as you get up there, there's a whole another like, steep climb to continue to go. So it's like as we continue to grow as artists, like let's say even Rollywood Fest selling out our first festival, it's like, damn, that's great. But now we got to plan for the next year's festival, and we got to go even bigger. We got to make sure that, we're getting all the things accounted for that we didn't do this time. Oh, we dropped this project. Now we got to do more things than we did last time. It continues to open you up. And it's a blessing as well, but it's finding that balance because you're chasing something that you can never sort of satisfy. So you can't lose track of the other things that are just as important, which is like the balance that I feel like we all kind of learned along the way.
Yeah, and I believe like what you're saying about the mountain, like you can like keep trying to reach the top of the mountain, but there are all these beautiful views if you stop and just, take those in.
Yeah, I think I kind of describe it as like you're already kind of living the dream almost in a sense. Like God's already blessed you with these opportunities that you've already asked for. So they might not be in the same like visual that you had it at the moment, but it is in its own right important and special. Yeah.
One thing I liked about the EP was the transition between Brand New and Play Something For Me. I thought that was so seamless. I love that. I love that when you're listening to a song and you can't tell when like it's switched to the next song. What was the overall creation process like?
I think with this whole entire project, it was very interesting because like a lot of the rap verses and pieces came together so seamlessly, but then it took a year of like living life and doing all these different experimentations with my voice to kind of like bring the whole thing together. Because as we were just going through like old music and getting things in order, I realized that I started working on like the full project, and I recorded like let's say 5 out of 8 of the tracks on like October 9th of like 2021. And then from there it was like brand new, but it didn't have no hook on it. It just had the verse. Or like some of the other records, like Play Something For Me, it just had like the verses but no hooks. But through that process, like I ended up getting like my own recording equipment. And I was able to kind of lock in and see the things that I love about my voice, the things that I want to work on, how to vocal stack, like all these different things. Because like, being a lyricist and being an artist is one thing. But like when it comes to creating a record and putting those things together, I feel like that's what we learned to let the project flow a little bit more seamlessly than like, other projects that we've done in the past.
Where was the Chasing the Sun music video?
We were in LA.
You're in LA? Okay. How was that? How was it out there? Do you like LA or nah?
I love LA, but it's just kind of because my heart is wherever my friends are. So it's just like in LA, I had a great time because all of the homies are there. Like shout out to the homie Max and Ryan. And then we met a bunch of other homies out there. Shout out to like Leota and Alex as well. So they have a bunch of cool artists. They have a great scene. But also with the homies, like we were shooting music videos in North Carolina before. But then they made the move to California because, they're working on a bunch of bigger projects and a lot of greater opportunities. So when the semester ended, I would just find like different pockets of time to go. Like I had like a geology field trip. And after that, I went to LA so we can go shoot a lot of the content that we're releasing now, like around this time last year. And it's just beautiful out there. It's kind of like North Carolina, honestly, because we have like a little touch of everything. It just takes them a little bit longer with traffic to get to those things, but they got the beach, they got the mountains, they got, quiet areas, but then they also have like the busy area of like downtown LA. So I think it's a dope and a lot to take in as well.
Have you been to LA?
Yeah, so my family's like, both of my family have both parents from out there. So going out there this time in December, it was pretty cool because it was kind of like a collaboration between bringing my friends to meet like my extended family, and then also like showing my extended family who really doesn't know anything about what I do. Like, hey, I'm out here shooting videos, not to like necessarily see you guys, but you know, it was cool because it was a moment for us where we were just ready to kind of go into overdrive. It pushed us to like really dream big, and just be persistent, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All the music videos were shot in LA on that time that we went, because we went for like a month and a half. Except for the Highway 40 visual, which was shot over here in North Carolina.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that one earlier, and I was like, yeah, that's definitely North Carolina.
Sure.
Would you guys move out there, do you think?
So the plan originally, after we graduated, was to like figure out like, okay, how do we make the move out there? Like, Les the geologist out in California, like there's probably a move. I knew I wanted to be in like music in somehow, some way, but I was like, we'll figure it out. But I think as Rollywood, kind of like we realized the importance of being here
Mm-hmm.
and like growing things here and showing a spotlight to the people here.
For sure.
Yeah.
I feel that. I was trying to get out like a year or two ago, but then like with Disgraced Weekly, it keeps growing, and I keep finding more and more people that I want to interview, and like it's just such a big community that I can't leave it now.
Where did you want to go? Like, what were your like your top draft picks?
So I was thinking about Phoenix, because I like nature. I like being able to like go somewhere and like hike, like, and it's actually like here it's nice. I like the hiking here, but it's not like mountainous, or
Yeah,
you know,
we
you
still
can't see the
Piedmont
views.
background.
Yeah. So I was thinking there. I'd definitely go out to California, but I don't know if I'd do LA,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know where I'd go. So I've heard San Diego is everybody loves San Diego.
Ah.
So I don't know, but you know, I'm just gonna stay here for now, and you know, save up my money, make money to actually like move out there eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
And you're growing your community too.
Mm.
Like those are the people that like you'll be able to go anywhere.
And then travel and visit, and then you can come back, and then once everything is kind of set, it'll be easy just to move shop over there.
Mm-hmm. Are you guys originally from Raleigh?
I'd say yes, but not really. Like, both of my parents were born in Sierra Leone, West Africa, and I was born in London. So when I was like 1, I moved to Raleigh. So I've been here my whole life, but kind of tied to other places.
How did they move? Like, decide to move from London to Raleigh?
So my dad won the lottery to like leave Africa and come to Raleigh. So he came down here and just started working and sending like money over. My mom was in London because she was doing her schooling and stuff while she was out there. So he would just send like money. My sister was born at the time, so like Pampers and all those things, and come visit, with the intentions of eventually moving us to North Carolina, which we did after I was born. Like it was like, okay, it's time to make the move. We've been here ever since.
How was your experience growing up here?
I think it's been pretty dope. It's been very interesting, especially in the last couple of years, seeing like all the infrastructure continue to change. Like even in my neighborhood, like we didn't have anything over there but like a McDonald's. And like now we have like 6, 7 different shops down there. We got more like community going on. They're building like a cookout down the street. Apple's coming, like Amazon's right over there, like the big plant. So it's like there's a lot more investments going on. They're just adding a lot of stuff to the neighborhood, so I think that's really cool. But also, like my sense of like friends has always been really dope in Raleigh. Like I always hung around the same type of like people since middle school to now. So like that community and that sense of love has been great in North Carolina, and of course like Southern hospitality down here. I think that's something that when we go to other places, or even when we do like interviews, like the campus interviews, people are like, oh, you're so nice, and like that's just like Southern hospitality. That's what we do down here. Like we're down to talk to people. We're down to go out. So I love like the Raleigh community and what it's been able to give back to me, especially from growing up.
Yeah, I'd say like for me, so my parents like came out here from California before, and I was born in Raleigh, raised in Garner. So yeah, like it was cool. I had a cool balance between like the two, like the really country part of Garner and then like the really like southeast Raleigh part of Garner. And it was a dope balance that like I got to meet Les like in middle school, and we went to high school together, and even then we weren't even cool friends like we are now. So it just kind of like bloomed into this.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any memories of like you guys in middle school or high school, or even like your first impressions of each other?
Yeah. I think I would say I didn't really meet Ricky as far as like, talking to him like really closely until like we were going on to like high school. Before then it was just like I was kind of like in that friend group that I was saying. It was just like everyone would know of each other because like most of my friends were playing basketball and doing things like that. So it's like we would all know of each other and everybody would see each other. But we never interacted, and I'm not somebody who goes out and talks to everybody. So it wasn't until we had like more classes together, like we entered like the IB program and did all these different things, where we're seeing each other and having these conversations. And then like Ricky was always somebody, like he said, with his good balance, he would go back and forth. So it's like he would be like, with the countryside of like IB and everything like that. But he'd also come to our side and talk to us and like see what's going on. So like, we always had like that cool relationship, which helped us like, also create like Raleighwood together and like do all those different projects that we had in like, high school leading into college.
Yeah, we just always clutch things up together, like whether it was assignments or like projects. We always like we would skip classes to go
But
like
to do work,
to go fucking study for a test or like a bio test together. Like that was the type of time we were on in high school and stuff. But my first impression, I swear, this memory is Les had on a swag like peace love shirt on in middle school with the tank top and slides. Like I swear to you, but he'll never like claim the fit. He'll never claim it.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
But I will say, yeah, seeing Ricky around the hallways and things growing up, I would never think like, today we'd be where we are now. But I think all of those things, all happen in good faith. So it's like, I feel like throughout this whole journey is knowing like all the people in the back, like just like around you, there's a reason why like that energy is there. Because even through this whole process of like working on these projects, we're bringing in friends that we had like all of these years and kind of seeing all the strengths that we all have for each other. Even some of our friends that's helping us now are friends that we met in like high school. And like they're just like, yo, if you need an extra hand, you need to do some design work. Like, oh, now I work for a design company. Or, oh, you need an extra place just to work. Like, my parents have an extra shed that we can go to and get things done. So it's like that same community that we had growing up is what we're using back to invest in, to continue to build what we're doing. So it's very personal.
Mm-hmm.
I love that because where I'm from, I barely talk to anybody from my high school in that town. Like it was just I needed to get out of there. Like I just saw a couple of my like 4 or 5 of my friends at a wedding last weekend, but that's like it. Those are like them and then maybe one other person like are my friends from there.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys were in the IB program?
Yeah, we're IB kids.
So I got into the IB program, right? And that summer, I did like reading. I remember I had to read like The Alchemist. I got through that, and then I had to read like Plato's Republic. I could not get through it, and I was like, literally, like I kept thinking, I'm like, I just want to go to my regular high school because it was going to be a different high school. So I just quit. I never went to the IB program.
Yeah, the IB program.
We had some stragglers too. Like some people just did 1 or 2 courses.
Yeah, no,
all over the place.
It was I don't know. I shout out to Schmoop. That was like in Spark Notes. Helped me through those books. Yeah.
How was was it hard going through like some of those courses? Because I did know some people that like they didn't do as well as they thought. Like it was pretty hard.
Some of them sucked. I'm not gonna lie. They didn't suck because of like content. It was just a lot to do sometimes. It's like being in high school. So and especially like for us, we were like very like on the side of being like heavy procrastinators. So every assignment, it was us getting together 2 or 3 days before and like, yo, are we gonna go to Chick-fil-A for half the day? We can skip this physics course, but if we come back by the end of lunch, no one's gonna think that we're crazy. So let's just come and see this course. But we're not gonna do much today. It was like we were already planning kind of like in college when you sparse out your L's to take your W's. It was just like, okay, cool. We're probably gonna fail this test or get a 70 on this, but that next math test, we know what to do. We're all gonna get together during lunch and we're gonna get this done. I feel like we passed the statute of limitations in high school. But, things like that was always, like, what our minds were focused on. Like, I wish we were better, like, as far as, like, not waiting to the last minute on doing those things. But, it made us not fold under pressure.
There were some classes that, like, you just had to, like, really nail down. And so it just like, prepared us for college. College is easy. Like, 8 classes at once that were really hard kind of makes college, like, okay, I can deal with this,
For sure. Definitely easy transition.
When and why did you guys start making music?
I've been
Start getting
making,
into music for you?
I made music since I was like 11 years old. I think it was just always something that I just loved to do. From like rap, listening to just hip hop. So it was like as soon as I got into it, because I didn't really get into it by way of family. Like I was just listening to music on my own, and it kind of just like struck me. So I would always just like write, take it to class. Like we'd have rap battles in the hallway sometimes, and like at the lunch table type stuff. So I think like I've always been around music. I think the thing that made me want to start writing and taking it seriously was when I heard Kanye for the first time, and I listened to Graduation, like on the way to school. After that, I was just like, yeah, this inspires me because I wanted to rap their verses like they were my own. So from that point, it's just like I started making music. What inspired me the most was then seeing like J. Cole because I was like, dang, this dude is amazing. And then I was like, damn, he's from Carolina. Like we could do whatever at this point. Like, once I seen him, I was like, one of the biggest rappers is from NC. Like the sky's the limit of what we can accomplish. And ever since then, just hit the ground running.
For me, I think I didn't even know music was in like my foresight. I've had a Spotify since I was 13, so like if that counts for anything, like I've been a proud premium member since then, and so I've been digging for music. And my dad was a DJ, and so like the love has always been there in my house. And then in college, I kind of just stumbled upon a couple of like the hangout sessions with Les, and little by little they kind of made me realize, hey, there's like business in music, and then eventually as years came on, there's like creativity and business in music, and that's kind of how that's taken form into like everything we're doing now.
Mm-hmm. What all do you do with music? You said you also did like videography.
Yeah, I mean, I shoot with the iPhone for the campus videos. I got into Adobe editing because of that, because we needed it. And then I started DJing a year and a half ago, and I'm starting to like work on my mixes and mashups now. So I don't know. Everything else is like however I can help fill in the gap. Really, like if we're shooting, I'm gonna hold a camera. Like if Ryan can't hold the camera right now and he's the actor, like okay, well then let me hold this big old camera that I've never used before. Yeah, that's like my part is wherever I can be.
And creative direction when it comes to different content, and marketing. So marketing, creative direction, kind of the whole nine.
Yeah, I forget about that. So.
Yeah, I've been, just doing like, I do these, but then I also do like the concert videos too with my iPhone.
So
and I recently got like a little like hookup for it where like it has a light too, and like extra little like.
Yeah.
Like a microphone thing, and it looks so
fancy.
fancy.
The iPhone's so badass.
Could do,
yeah, like it's just the like pixels, everything's like so perfect now that it's just like you don't need anything else.
Yeah, I feel like mine's getting worse though now. I have like I think I have the 13 and the 14.
I have
but
12, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
She's like, I feel it slowing down.
Yeah, it started like it's not as crisp.
Oh shit.
So I want to talk about Rollywood Hills. That made Obama's like favorite song list of 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any idea he was listening to your song?
No. Like, we had no idea. Even when it came out, like, we had no idea. I think the first way I found out about it was when I woke up in the morning. And it was just like I was getting like tagged in different things on like Twitter and Instagram. And like my friends were tagging me. I was like, oh shit, what's this? Like, what's going on? And I see the list. I'm just like, yo, like, what's going on? I call Jackson. Jackson just answers the phone very nonchalant, like, yo, what do you want? He's like, yeah. He's like, yo, check your phone. And I call Sonny, like, yo, check this out. And then everybody's just spazzing out the whole time. I told my parents, and it's funny because it's like, having like African parents, a lot of the time some things don't translate, but everybody loves Obama. So it's just like, that was one of the things that kind of like let them understand, like, what we're doing musically and where it's going. If I say we did 100,000 streams, you're like, okay. But like something like that, it kind of hits them in a different level. So it was amazing, but definitely had no foresight of that coming. Like we were going to drop the next single Friday, like, and just keep going like business as usual. So it was definitely amazing to end the year off on a high note.
Yeah, that is so crazy. Like you did not know he was listening to your song at all.
Oh.
How big was the song before that?
The song, I think it just hit Fresh Finds, and then we got like our first like Lyrical Lemonade like like coverage, and then after that it was up to like I think it just hit 100,000. So like okay, cool, like it hit a couple playlists, it's doing really well, but it wasn't like a million. So then after that, being on Fresh Finds and all this other different things, we saw the Obama playlist and it became an official Spotify playlist as well. So it was cool to see, that pop up, but really no idea at all.
Yeah, that is crazy. And it's awesome that, it was him because I was thinking like Obama, like I don't know that much about like political, like, money and all that kind of stuff, blah, 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 blah. And people want to hate on him for, whatever he didn't do. But like he was a good person, like you felt like you could trust him as a president. And like that's what I want.
Yeah, I felt like a family man was listening to Les,
So, what is something that you want people to know about you guys?
I would say that kind of we're just open to work on creative shit. Like that's it. Like there's nothing more that makes me happy than working on cool things with people. If you have an idea, you have a dream, you have anything that you really want to put time into, like I'll take an hour on my day to start brainstorming with you because that's what drives us. I think that's our approach in everything, from the music to the music videos to DJing and the concerts to everything. It's all about creating experience for people and letting them leave like, feeling good about themselves. So I think that's what I want them to know. Anything that you see us working on or you see us at or you see us doing is to create a great experience for the people around.
I think for me, it's just that, like out of everything that we do, I think we do it wholeheartedly with love and with great intentions. So I think like as long as we continue to lead with that like in mind, that I think we can do kind of good things. So yeah, we're coming from a good place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any life advice that you'd like to share?
Believe in yourself and follow your dreams, and not in a way of when it feels comfortable to you. Follow your dreams when that shit gets very uncomfortable. Have a plan and also stick to it, but also be aware that you might have to go back to the drawing board on that plan every couple of days or every month, or the trajectory of it switches. Plan things and set goals more so with intention and trying to reach something that's not a number on a list, because you'll always fall short of a number and it's always going to change. And yeah, it just goes back to doing what you truly love, whether it takes 8 hours, 10 hours out of your day, whatever. Make sure that you're taking the time to continue to invest in the things that make you happy. That's it.
Yeah, I agree in the same sentiment. Like betting on yourself is something that like I feel like I've had to really learn to do over the past year, especially with everything that we're doing. I think in the mornings, like I go to work a golf job on a golf course, like rigging traps, and right after we go and we work on music stuff and Rollywood stuff. So I think it's just this general idea of like, yeah, you got to go all in because there's no other option. So, yeah.
That's something I have a hard time about, is just finding time and like for myself as well as, just to do stuff with this account and everything. Because I'm working full time and then it's like after work it's not I don't feel like going through a video.
And then it's like, and then when you do have free time, you want to spend it on yourself,
like
refueling yourself, and then your friends are hitting you up, and so it's just that's the balance of chasing the sun, right?
Your body's definitely gonna tell you, like, yo, you put in enough hours. I know you didn't do it on your creative stuff, but you maxed out your hours of productivity for this week.
No brain hours.
Yeah, exactly.
What is something that you guys like to do that's not music related at all?
That's a good question. I like to eat.
I like to play games. Well, not really games. Like I like to play 2K. I stopped for a while because we've been like very busy. Like I like to get competitive with it. But I did start playing this week. I played like twice so far. It's great to connect with the homies, because since we're working on music and all the time, I don't see them every day. But when we get online, we can chat, we can talk, and we can play the game. So I think that's like one of my favorite stress relievers.
Yeah. It's so hard because for me, it's really just sitting down and like opening a YouTube video and like ordering my favorite food and smoking a joint is like one of my favorite pastimes. But other than that, I think like just going out to shows is like if I get to go to a concert. I mean, I've gone to like Tame Impala twice. Like I got to go to like J. Cole 2014 Forest Hills Drive back in the day.
Mhm.
Like that's my stuff. Going
I saw him in Tallahassee for that one.
Yeah. I wish I could see Drake. Yeah.
I thought you went to Fayetteville.
Well, I did go to the. I did. Yo, wait. I did see Drake in Fayetteville. He did
That's
come
crazy.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was Jay-Z
Jay-Z was there.
Really?
Big Sean was
That's
there.
crazy.
Boz was there.
Yeah, I saw the doc and I was
Oh,
like,
shit.
damn.
Everybody was there. Yeah.
That's legendary.
Damn. Sorry. Yeah. I forgot.
I'm sorry.
Is there anything else you want people to know about you, about upcoming music, anything in general?
I'd say, yeah, we're going to continue to work on Chasing the Sun, promoting it. We're going to have some more visuals dropping. Definitely check out the visuals that are already out. We're working on merch very soon and just some more cool creative shit. We got a show on December 15th that we're about to start rolling out. Some more content from the doc, some more content from the Hopscotch show. Much love the Hopscotch. And yeah, just a lot more content coming. There'll be something every week, so definitely tap in as much as you can.
For me, I'm hosting a mix party soon, so be on the lookout for details. This should be really fun. So
Okay, yeah, look out for that.
yeah. I think that's really it. We're planning for Rollywood Fest, so yeah, that's all.
Okay, I'm gonna be there as long as I'm here.
Fire.
As long as I'm in town, I'll be there. Is there any questions you guys have for me?
Let's see. How do you feel about the local shows that you've been so far? Like, I don't want you to shit on anyone, of course, but like, what are like all of the good things that you've seen so far? Things that you might want to see improved, like, as a member of the audience, and like, being at these places and knowing and interviewing some of these artists. Like, how have you felt? Like, the scene is it missing anything? Things like that.
Honestly, there just needs to be more fans.
I feel.
Because like the talent's there, definitely. I've definitely seen some local people that like I know their music's probably really good, but their stage presence is kind of very like you can't get into it that much. But like I know their music is good, so definitely for them, just work on your stage presence and getting the audience interested. Something I saw recently, this isn't related to this really, I'm getting off track, but who said it? It's definitely, if anybody knows this quote, I want to say it was like Tyler, the Creator or something. I think he told I think it was an interview, he told Tizo Touchdown this. He said, if somebody's just standing there listening to your music, they're just taking it in, they're processing it. Like, they don't have to be jumping around like right away. Like they're just processing and understanding you and trying to listen. Yeah. And I think that's something that people on stage need to keep in mind too, because I'm sure, if you're out on stage and you see everybody just staring at you, you're like, but
what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah. But yeah, people are just processing it. That's how I am too. Like I can't just start like dancing to a song, like I'll just be standing there, it's like looking straight faced, but like I'll like it. I'll go home and listen to like their music, So that's one thing I think people need to remember. But yeah, as far as local shows, I don't have many complaints. I just like that there is the option for so many local shows, and it's like they're just gonna improve from there,
Yeah.
So thank you guys for coming out and allowing me to interview you. I know I enjoyed this talk and getting to know you guys more. Anybody that's watching, like, subscribe, go follow them on Instagram. What are your Instagrams?
Mine's at Ricky Herrera with a J.
And I'm on everything. It's just LesTheGenius, LesThe Genius.
And I'm Disgraced Weekly. Thank you for watching this, and go listen to LesTheGenius as well.
And go listen to all of her podcasts and all of her content and watch all of her things and follow her, please. Yes. Thank you.
Oh, come here, Peanut. You gonna say bye?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about to go on like Adonis.
There you go. Say bye. Say bye. Okay. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
I just threw her up here.
call me on my cell phone every nighttime. Funny, you became my lifeline. Wish you made another lifetime. Give you the world, baby girl, but it's not in my price line. Down on my dollar sign, working in 9 to 5, trying to help moms pay the rent. Praying we all survive financial homicide. We on the fence, a pool of regrets. What would the city think? I break the piggy bank, count out my cents. This money was spent. Before I was with you, I don't know the issue. Your friends are so tense, ain't moving an inch. Falling can't maintain, so suck it can't stick out the landing. So tired of playing these games.